Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. It is 5 a.m. and it's time for the Wake and Breakthrough. I'm Naketa Thigpen. Good morning, Monique. Is this your last day of vacation? Are you back with us tonight? Let me know. I can't remember. Knowing you, you're probably sitting there with your eyes closed just listening, but it's okay. You're on vacation. I'm excited you're here. Honey Gets Money. Welcome. Good morning, good morning. Oh, okay. No Mondays. I won't see you till next Friday. Okay, I got you. Good morning. Oh, welcome this morning. Marguerite, look at you this morning. Are you going for your run? Are you on your way? Are you preparing, lacing up your sneakers? Or are you already out there? Good morning. For everyone who's new to the Periscope broadcast today, if you're unfamiliar with the logistics, whether you're from web or mobile, if you're able to, tap your screen, share some energy this morning because I need it. I actually was dreaming that I was doing this already, so we almost missed this one. I totally was up at 3:45 and was just like sitting there praying, preparing it myself. Somehow I fell back to sleep and really thought that I was doing it. So at 4:15 I jumped up like, okay. So now I'm back to my normal self, just a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Love your energy this morning. Welcome. If this is your first time with 5 a.m. Wake and Breakthrough, please let me know. Tell me where you're from. Are you from the city? Are you from Jersey? Are you from Canada? Are you from Africa? From the UK? Where are you from? We have a lot of international people, which is awesome, joining the broadcast this early in the morning. And I was surprised because this is like in the middle of your day. Typically, you're at work, and I was just really shocked to see that. So welcome, Chantel. My sister's here. Good morning. Again, if you're new, you're just coming in, just right in there. Let me know if you're just joining. I know a lot of you from the web don't feel like logging in to comment, and you're just watching, and that is totally okay. I'm still excited to have your presence. Oh, good morning, husband. You're here. That's awesome. I didn't expect you to be, considering my technical malfunction this morning that I had to bother you for. Thank you for joining. Oh, yesterday was fun. I hope it wasn't too loud. I had on a microphone since I was in the car, and my husband was telling me, like, you sound like you were screaming at everybody. So I apologize. I was just excited, and I was talking over an engine, if that helps at all. So I'm glad that you could hear me at least, because that was my real worry. But today I'm back in my living room, so I don't have to scream at you early this morning. And I'm excited to be here. All right, we're gonna jump in. People are joining. I'm excited. Keep joining. If you watch us on the replay on Periscope, you can still share the love and your energy, which makes me excited. And of course, you can always follow me on ThigPro, or if you're on Facebook, in the Breathe Room, which is a private closed group just for us to talk about different ways to pause, to focus, to get our lives together, and just to have fun and have conversation. We have a lot of good conversation over there. I'm typically telling all my business, so that's always a plus for people who are like, what's wrong with this girl? So welcome, Dennis. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you guys this morning. Yesterday was an amazing and incredible day in New York, full of meetings and lunches and great things. It was exciting. And of course, I was tired because I had an opportunity to really pour out again. So whenever I do that, I'm always in that place where I'm like, I need sleep. But I couldn't go to sleep. My mind was spinning, and I came back working, spent like 3 hours with my accountability partner. If you don't have one, you need one. And it was great conversation, but it just had my mind going, and I had to shut it down. The good thing is it gave me lots of energy. But this morning, I was thinking about something I was talking about yesterday with the group of people I were with, Bobby and Kurt Fadosh, awesome, amazing people. And we had this immediate reaction when something, a certain person's name came up. I don't even know them like in full throttle mode. Like, we've only been in each other's presence in a professional capacity. And my first thought was, oi, the energy zap that I get when I think about that person. And I love everyone. As long as you give me no reason to think anything else, I love you. I still love you anyway. I just may not have you in my space. So good morning, Trudy. Welcome. We're talking about, and Trudy, I know you can relate to this because we've had these conversations years ago. Those people who zap your energy. They may not even say anything to you. They may just walk into the room. You might feel them walk into the building, and your energy immediately starts to feel depleted. Has anybody ever felt like that? Is it just me? Am I just that sensitive that someone could walk into a room, or I could walk into a room and immediately my energy feels like it's leaving my body and my whole disposition changes. Everything about me changes. Yes, good morning, good morning. I know it is not just me. I am very sensitive to those things, but I know it's not just me. So we were talking about this in tandem with other things that were relevant to the conversation. And I thought about how meaningful it is, whether you are in business for yourself, or you're a professional in a career space, or a mom on the soccer field joining with other moms. It doesn't matter. When you're around other people, people can either give to you or take away from you. So this morning, I want you to think about who's in your life that's giving and taking away. Yesterday, for those of you who didn't have an opportunity to watch, we did a quick wake and breakthrough blip on who's riding in your car. Those are your supporters, your ride or dies, people you can call and say, hey, I need 3 referrals for this. I'm having an event for that. I'm doing a fundraiser for my kid for this. I need your help for that. I'm going to the hospital. I need some support. Like, those are your ride or die people that are in the car with you, that you really trust to see you naked, or at least in your skivvies, emotionally, if not completely raw. And I'm like a little unfiltered, so I use naked and sex a lot. That's because I want people to be free and excited about real, healthy, consensual love. But I know people get crazy about that. It doesn't bother me. That's really your issue, not mine. But I still want to make sure that I clarify that all the time, because I don't mean to offend, but I do mean to be very clear. All right. So that's a little bit different than what we're talking about in terms of energy zappers. These people don't have to be friends. You may not know them. You might just walk in and feel it. You may have to work with them. And I know many of you work in places and spaces that challenge you, both mentally, professionally, cognitively, sometimes developmentally. It definitely challenges you on all levels. And when you have to work with someone who is not giving, who's definitely taking away, who's maybe deadpan, not as excited as you are about the project, the situation, the conversation, it really makes you feel like you're doing double duty in that relationship, even if that relationship is only for a moment. If I have to walk into a room full of 30, 40 people for a networking event or whatever the situation may be, and I go in, and I'm always going with my raw, unfiltered excitement, always armored up, because don't get it twisted. Just because you see a smile on his face doesn't mean I'm oblivious to what's going on. Really observant. But I'm going in with all my excitement, and someone comes over to me because they're looking for someone who feels safe. Maybe they're looking for someone who's smiling because they see it as a naivety trait that they can target. Whatever the case is, they're either giving because they're going in for the prey, so to speak, or they're pulling away because they're just trying to hide from themselves. You have to remember that that's not your issue, and you don't have to give them any more energy than they've already unintentionally, at least to your knowledge, taken from you from the moment you walked in. So you have to make some decisions. If you have to work with this person today, or these people, because it may be multiple people, you have to go in and really focus on whatever it is that you're there for. Make sure you're putting out the right energy proportionate to the event or situation that's happening, and don't give more. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. You don't have to compensate for what they're lacking. One caveat. The difference is if you are a student or you're doing a pitch or presentation at work or in your business, and you have to share your space with that person for the benefit of what you're giving, whatever value you're having, and you don't really have a choice because the situation has been laid out that you have to work with that person, well, you do need to protect the brand of your whole company, of your whole event, of your home project. So you're not compensating, so to speak, for them and what they're lacking, but you're making it very clear that you are giving your all. Not to go over what they're doing, but to totally step your game up and say, listen, I'm representing Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I'm representing Bank of Wells Fargo. Like, I'm representing whatever you're representing, whoever you're representing. You want to make sure that you're giving your all, because at the end of the day, this is a personal branding situation. When you walk in and you're having a conversation with someone, they don't care what company you're there for, except to give you a bad review if that's what they're going to be doing at the end of the day, or who they're going to talk to about you. But they're going to remember your name and say, oh, this Naketa person, this David person, this Steven person, this Trudy person, whoever. So you want to make sure that your energy is always proportionate to the situation for you. which does mean you have to be completely filled and armored before you go into every situation. Let me give you a hint. Before I do this 5 a.m. broadcast, and this is week 2, guys. We did this for 2 weeks straight. I'm so excited because this is a 1-year challenge to myself to do this. Normally, this is a private time for me when I'm writing and creating and doing all kinds of different things. And sometimes just plain old sleeping, depending on my night, okay? Let me be very clear about that. And I'm excited about it. But even though this seems like a one-way, I feed off the energy that you guys are giving me with the hearts and the love. Honestly, I would still do this whether you showed up or not because it was a 1-year challenge to myself. But I want to make sure that I'm protected for any of the comments that come up. I've been on other people's broadcasts and people are crazy. They'll write all kinds of inappropriate things that have nothing to do with anything. Spammers will come on, like all kinds of situations can happen. And that could immediately change my disposition and change my energy. It could zap my energy virtually. So I have to make sure that I'm protected and that I'm filled up and armored up before I even come to something that you technically think is one way when it really isn't. Even if I just posted a blog or published something, I published, got off, I'm still checking for comments. I'm going back to conversate. Things that people say do affect you, plus, minus, or in between. You can pretend it doesn't, but it does. You just have to make sure that you're prepared enough, filled up, fueled with the right things, which goes back to the things we've talked about over the last 2 weeks, to make sure that you have everything you need. So if a little bit of energy seeps out, because somebody came and snatched just a little bit, maybe you walked in the room and you were like, dang, what happened? This whole situation changed. And you weren't necessarily prepared for that environment or expected. You want to make sure that you have enough to lose a little bit. It's all right. I have plenty of extra weight to lose, but I'm not going to give you the good stuff that protects me on a regular basis. All the fatty parts that make me healthy, that make me curvy, that make me, are going to be mine. But, if a little bit goes away because I got sick, I had the flu, something like that came up, I have enough to protect me, to keep me filled up. I hope you caught that. I did like 2 different analogies, so it is 5 a.m. I want to make sure that it didn't go over your head. So that is the Wake and Breakthrough today. The energy zappers that make you go, oi. Make sure you're filled up, protected, and armored to cover yourself from them, because you can't negate the fact that you are going to run into them. Virtually, in person, at work, in the street, in the supermarket, on the way to the movies, taking your kids to school, going to the pet shop, being a human, having to leave your home, past your neighbors, you're going to run into someone who could potentially zap your energy. And I want you to be prepared for that, because that could take you, literally knock you off your square and take you away from whatever your focus is, which next week we're going to be doing a separate midday broadcast where we're going to talk about 10xing your focus, which is a very important part of balancing your life and your business. But that's going to be very specific to entrepreneurs and business people. So that's a separate one. But we're always going to talk about focus, because if you're not focused, there's no way you can have balance. I just want you to be mindful of that. That is it. Are you guys proud of me? That was 13 minutes. I'm so excited. I'm so verbose and I give you so much, and sometimes it's hard to turn it off. I'm glad you were here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm excited. This was awesome. I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy your day. Do all the amazing things you have. Marguerite, I hope you have a great run. Monique, I hope you go back to sleep. You are on vacation, and I am excited that you are here. But I do want you to rest and enjoy yourself. So feel free to listen to the replays later. Trudy, thank you. Trudy gives me so much love. I love you so much. You're such a great sister friend. I just love you. I just have to say that. It means something, y'all. When your friends, your people, your folk, your congregation from your church that you belong to join, your clients, your advocates, your champions, it means something, and it says something about what you're doing in the world when they come and they join you for anything that you're doing. So I'm so excited for all of you. For all the newbies, welcome. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you Monday morning at 5 a.m. for your Wake and Breakthrough. In the interim, don't forget to tap and join on the balance beam. I go so much deeper with experts. You're missing really good stuff. And we just talked to Patrice Banks from Girls Auto Clinic last week. You really want to catch that. She's amazing. All right. Have a wonderful day. There I go talking again. All right. Bye. Enjoy the balance of your day.